What's up, fam?
Welcome back to another episode of Reality Checked, where we discuss BB26 week by week. We are officially on week two. So,
Yep.
picking it back where Matt got evicted last week, and we had the HOH comp,
Yep.
which was a trivia, true or false. So, that one is always fun because anybody can win. And
Yeah.
honestly, I'm waiting for one of those physical comps. I really am.
I do want a physical comp because they're like fun to watch,
Yeah.
Like even the wall comp is like pretty fun to watch and stuff. But I'm kind of here for the like equal comps,
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
hope that doesn't mean we're gonna get like all endurance comps at the end.
Right. I feel like they
But
should mix it up. So hopefully next week we'll have like a nice physical comp.
yeah, because you can still make it physical, but still make it like equitable, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but like you predicted last week, bro, Chelsea won HOH
Chelsea
this week.
wins. And I didn't expect that. And so when I rewatched our last video and you asked me like, oh, who do you think is gonna win? And I'm like, oh, maybe Chelsea or Cedric. And like my jaw was to the floor when I rewatched that. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I predicted that.
Yeah, you high key did. When you said that, I was like, damn, she good.
Yeah. That was intuition,
That's
powers
good,
on
bro.
point.
For sure.
And then we got a new alliance, the Pentagon.
hmm
Chelsea, Cedric, Quinn, Cam, Brooklyn.
Yeah, so like I'm just wondering with all these alliances, like what are the solid ones? Because like we're getting a ton of alliances, but I feel like they're never like solid.
Yeah.
In previous seasons, I feel like they're pretty like it's like week two, like week two and a half already. I feel like there should be like a pretty strong alliance already. So maybe this Pentagon will pull through, because they seem all pretty good with each other, especially Cam, Cedric, and Chelsea. They seem like solid. Like Quinn, I don't know. Quinn seems,
What is
I
your
like
thoughts on
Quinn.
Quinn after
I
this
don't
week?
know. I didn't mind Quinn at first, but after this week, he's I feel like he's showing his true colors a little bit. He's scheming a little bit. He's being a little sneaky. I'm like, I don't blame him, but he's definitely like changing it up a little bit, and I'm surprised. So I don't know how I feel about him. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how to feel. I think he's like a super big threat,
hmm
a super fan. He's in all these alliances. Like
He
every
has
single
the
alliance that
power.
he made, he was in
hmm
it, and then he has the power.
hmm
So I don't know. I mean, I think they need to wake up and get him out now because he will literally make it to the end. I can see him scheming his way all the way to the end and nobody's gonna know.
Yeah, because I feel like he's like good at the competitions too. Like I feel like he's gonna try to play like a low key game until he has to start actually like playing, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. But the
So
powers are ending soon. It don't they have like 4 weeks? So this is week two. They have 2 weeks.
yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
pretty good with everybody in the house. So I
hmm
don't know. Like I have a feeling his power and Mackenzie's power will probably go to waste.
Yeah, at this point, unless they put like I could see Mackenzie going up next week, maybe, but I don't see Quinn going up.
Yeah, not
Like
at all.
honestly, unless well, we'll discuss more, but unless a certain person wins, then maybe Quinn will go up. But I don't think like he's gonna go up in these 2 weeks. He's friends with everyone. He's literally socializing everywhere.
He's just
So
playing a
yeah,
really good game so far.
yeah, like it sucks sometimes, like for the producers, because I don't blame them. They're trying with these twists, but like sometimes it just doesn't work or it doesn't happen, like the two upgrades and stuff. Like at this point, I don't even think they're gonna use it. So it sucks, but at least they tried to switch it up with us.
Right. And so with those upgrades, Mackenzie, aka MJ, tells Chelsea about it. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Why is she telling everyone? Like, dude, if she put you up, you should have just let her
Mhm.
put you up and you would have been safe. Like, what?
Somebody
I
will
don't know.
just say the word secret power and she'll be like, "Oh my God, how did you know that I had it?" Like
No, literally.
tells she's telling so much people.
Mhm. Like she was like shitting bricks with Tucker when
Yeah.
like Tucker was kind of confronting her, and then she finally told him, and I'm like, dude, like it ain't a secret anymore.
Yeah. And even
Like,
Tucker in his confessional, he's like, I don't know why she told me. You should just deny, deny, deny. Like you guys
yeah,
have no relationship or like you guys aren't really working together. So why are you telling this random guy who's just speculating that you won the power?
yeah, like no.
Yeah,
And
she
like, how was Tucker over here, like, full on trying to manipulate them? He was telling Lisa, because I like throughout the week he was kind of questioning, right?
right.
Things. He's like telling Lisa, "I know you have the power. I studied human behavior,"
I was
and Lisa's
dead.
like,
I was
"Okay." I
dead.
was cracking up, and Lisa's like, "Okay,
Like,
like,
I
what's going
don't
on?"
have the power. And he's like, no,
Yeah.
you do have the power. And he literally convinced everybody in that house that she had the power.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Like, I mean, I guess because they didn't know about Quinn yet, right?
only
Wait,
Angela,
does
only Angela
Okay,
knows.
wait, did she expose Quinn, Angela?
So, yeah, well, after Tucker went around telling everyone like Lisa has a
Yeah.
power, like I'm 100% sure Lisa has a power, we need to get her out. Angela went up to Tucker and was like, I know you think you know who has the power, but I actually know.
Right
And
in front of
Tucker
Quinn,
was
right?
like, he wasn't outside yet.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
Tucker was like, she's bluffing. Like, she's just trying to save her ass, like, but
Mhm.
really, really, Angela does know who has the power. And so
He
she
do be
said, I
having.
think Quinn has the power. I know you think it's Lisa, but I think it's Quinn. And he's just like, no, it's Lisa. Like, he just was not convinced. And
Yeah.
that was just really funny.
Yeah. He was just set on Lisa. He hates Lisa.
Yeah,
He
he
hates.
he really
Yeah.
did. Like
I
when
don't blame him though.
Chelsea was like, "Who should I put up? Do you have anyone in mind?" He's like, "Actually, I do, Lisa," and he just
Yeah,
went off. So
that
that was
was
like
funny.
really funny.
Yeah.
So the
But
noms. Let's talk about the
yeah.
noms before
Yeah,
we
going back
we
to
skip forward.
noms.
Chelsea put up Kenny, Angela, and Lisa.
Hmm.
Kenny obviously being the pawn. So that's what happened in Sunday's episode. That was episode 6. So Wednesday's episode, we saw a lot of Quinn. Quinn
Hmm.
had a lot of screen time. He was talking about all his alliances. He's talking about all the people he's good with. And I was surprised to know that he actually is good and solid with T-Core and Chemo.
Yeah. He called it like the Visionaries or
Yeah.
something. Was it an actual alliance or was it just
I
them
think that it
talking?
was them being like the outsiders, and then they're like, I feel really good about this. And I think Quinn is really loyal to them, meaning
Mhm.
like I think he's gonna protect them, as long as they just fly
Yeah.
under the radar and float for a little bit. I think these three will like make it kind of far.
Yeah, I really think T-Core and Chemo are in a pretty good spot because they seem like they have their each other's backs really good, like a pretty strong duo almost. But like it seems like a lot of people in the house really like them, like socially and all of that. So I'm really here for that because we need Chemo at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm here for T-Core and Chemo. Like I'm rooting
Yeah,
for them.
I'm
I
here
like
for it.
them. I think they're great.
Yeah.
I think they can float a few more weeks and then start winning because I think there's way bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
but yeah, I love them. I love that they're in an alliance. I don't know about Quinn, but I think out of them three, like say they make final three, it'll be T-Core and Chemo at the end because I don't think they
Mhm.
would take Quinn.
Yeah, and I feel like people are slowly gonna catch on to how Quinn is. Not that he's being like mean or anything like that, but I feel like they'll definitely be like, okay, he's kind of being sus, he's a super fan. So yeah, hopefully they do catch on. But I do like I don't hate Quinn though.
Yeah.
Like I'm Gucci with Quinn,
But there's
you know.
all these alliances, right? Like kind of like what we just talked about earlier, but like there's a lot of the same people in the same alliance. So I'm thinking like if me and you are in the same alliance for three alliances, how much other alliances are you
Are
in?
you in? Yeah.
Right.
And like,
So
and how like trustworthy are you? Because there's so many different alliances. Unless you're my like final two duel, then like yes, we should be in every alliance together almost.
yeah.
There's a lot going on, so it's hard to see like what's real and what's not real, in terms of alliances.
And nobody's like putting that together. Like, hey, there's
Yeah.
all these alliances. They're just focused on themselves. Like, I'm in all these alliances. When it should be, hey, there's all these alliances that I'm in and so's in. Like, they're a threat, And
Yeah.
like, I haven't seen that yet. So it'll be interesting to see when that even happens.
We can see how close Cedric and Chelsea are.
Right.
Like, and if the rest of the house doesn't see that,
Hmm.
y'all better get on it because they were mascots together in week one. Obviously, they're gonna bond. So I would definitely point that out if I was like someone or realize that.
Yeah, for sure.
And talking about realizing and pointing things out, we got to talk about Miss Angela and her statements made. What do you think about that, bro? Because I actually saw feed clips from it. So
Oh.
that's how I was like seeing it.
That's when she told Quinn to look outside, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was Ticor, Cedric, Chelsea, and Cam outside just talking, saying that they have each other's back. They're not an alliance, but hey, we should like look out for each other.
Hmm.
So there was game talk involved, right? And then I'm
Yeah.
sure they weren't just talking about game the whole time,
Yeah.
And
They were probably
then
chilling.
Angela grabs Quinn, who she still thinks is her number one, even after blowing up the alliance that he had
Mhm.
made and all that stuff, and was like, hey, go look outside. And what I don't remember the exact verbiage she used, but it kind of insinuated like those are the ones we have to look out for.
Mhm. Yeah. And I don't know, like clearly I honestly think it is like just a case of miscommunication and misinterpretation. I think she literally was kind of just being like, yo, like we gotta watch out. So like I don't blame necessarily Angela, but at the same time, like how do you not see how that could be like misinterpreted, you
Yeah.
know? And like how it could be like changed and stuff, how Quinn could flip it around in his point of view. Because, like, when we saw it, like, she didn't say, like, they're an alliance together, like, she was just like, you see that?
Hmm.
Yeah, like, basically kind of was like, mm-hmm,
Hmm.
like that kind. So,
I mean, that could mean anything
yeah,
too.
it could.
So,
Yeah.
but T-Core even said in her confessional or in her diary room, she was like, if us four are seen together more frequently, people are gonna think it's another cookout alliance,
Yeah.
you
Which
know?
is, like,
And I
messed
think
up
that's exactly kind of what Angela was
his
thinking.
thinking.
And I don't
Yeah.
think she was trying to bring race into it,
Hmm.
but she was just like, hey, they're always kind of hanging out. They were outside for a long time.
Hmm.
But also when Quinn told T-Core and T-Core, went up to Angela, I think she was trying to explain how that could be seen as a race issue.
P-core to Angela, right?
Yeah. And but
Yeah.
Angela took it as, oh my
Hmm.
God, you're calling
Yeah.
me racist. Like
Yeah.
she
Blew it out of
totally blew it
proportion.
out.
Yeah, like T-Core was just literally trying to just be like, I just want to let you know that this is how we could see it. I don't necessarily believe that, but like this is how we could see it and how others like might see it on TV. And she just started crying, grabbing Cedric.
Yeah.
I am not racist.
I love
I
you,
love
Cedric.
you. Yeah, she's been so extra with her in the house. But at the same time, like I could understand why she was so worried, like to be seen that way, because we have seen that in this house,
Yeah.
like people being like have microaggressions and stuff like that. So like I understand like her like panic, but like yeah, like I really like I was applauding like T-Core for her because she was really like explaining to her being like, okay, this and that. Because, like, obviously, like, when there's four white people together, they're not calling them an alliance,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, Angela was just doing a little bit too much, but like she did think Quinn was her number one. So
Yeah.
it's like if you think someone's your number one, you're gonna share everything with them.
Yeah.
So like
It was
I
also Quinn being messy.
yes, like
Quinn
he
did
did
not have to
not
go
need
back and say
mm-mm,
anything, but I
no.
think Quinn's loyalties again lie with T-Core and Chemo. And
Yeah,
after he saw that T-Core was out there, he was like, "Hey, girl, like she's saying some stuff, you know?"
yeah. Because clearly he didn't tell Cam,
Yeah,
Chelsea, or Cedric. So like that just really goes to show they're close, T-Core
yeah,
and Quinn, you know.
yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty wild.
And I
And
was dead that after everything happened, Tucker was like, "I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna save the day." And so he goes up to Chelsea and was like, "I'll be a pawn."
oh yeah,
Like I was dead. I mean, if now's the time to be a pawn. When you have two big targets, Angela and
yeah,
Lisa, that's annoying and everybody wants out of the house. Now's the time to be a pawn because there's no way anyone will vote you out
yeah.
for them. But
So
I did see how he was a little bit aggressive, right, with MJ and Lisa saying that I know you have the power, mind games kind of thing. Maybe not that aggressive, but definitely like mind games. But I'm thinking if he thought a guy had that, would he have that same energy, you know?
well, probably not.
Yeah.
He was because he was like full on like getting up in their not in their face, but like in their business,
Yeah.
like constantly pestering them. Like, dude, give up. Like, who cares? Like, if she says no, then no. You
Yeah.
know, for Lisa. So yeah, that was wild, and all of that pretty much happened before Veto, which is kind of crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because
So veto winner was Kenny, which I'm glad it was
yeah,
Kenny. I'm really glad it was Kenny because
I was shook.
those two nut jobs like really need to be on the block.
Hmm.
But he was so sturdy. So the veto comp was this balancing of zeros and ones, they called it, but it was just like these glass circles and these glass squares. And I I would probably not win that. That
Yeah,
was crazy. Like if you saw
I don't
how
know how they do
sturdy
it.
his hands were, he wasn't even shaking. He was sturdy.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it for some of these comps.
Yeah.
Like they must be doing it for a long time. Because we're only seeing like 15 minutes. They
Right.
could be doing this comp for like an
Couple
hour, two
hours. Yeah.
hours. Wow.
And
So
it
it's
reminded me of that one comp. I don't know if you remember, but they have the big tweezers and they got to put stack little
yes.
cans. Kenny would kill that
Oh,
because
he
he
would
was not
100%.
shaking at all. He
Yeah,
literally
he
was
would.
so laser focused that he got it up fast. Well, it didn't fall. We didn't see it fall at
Yeah.
all. He took his time. He wasn't shaking, putting pieces down. Like if that was me, I would be like, you know,
Yeah.
he
And
was
like
so sturdy.
I'm just confused with Kenny because I don't know, maybe people are tweeting like fake things because you never know. Like people could be tweeting fake things about the live feeds. But I've just been seeing stuff where Kenny is like not like complaining, but I guess he's kind of saying like, "Oh, I'd rather be at home or whatever." And then I'm like, okay, like he's saying this stuff, but you out here pu- putting in 120% of
Yeah,
the comps,
yeah,
like if he really wanted to go home, like he could have just lost that veto, like and been still on the block. That's why like I don't think he really wants to go home, which like obviously I don't want him to go home. But
right.
like yeah, that kind of just goes to show like he's still on his stuff, like he's still there to play.
It's
And
probably because like he doesn't have like a number one person. Like
yeah.
Matt was gonna be his number one and he got out like literally week one. So
Mhm.
I think he's still trying to find the groove and like who he trusts, who he can work with, because right now he's like, I don't see him working with anybody. I think Tucker said like, oh, that's my guy, like they're friends, but are they working together?
Yeah, like I mean, he isn't working with anyone, but honestly, I could see him possibly joining an alliance and making it far. Because
Mhm.
like since he was kind of the target week one, people kind of maybe will forget about him. And if he keeps kind of playing that like floating type of game, like if he floats a little bit, then I feel like he has a good shot with making it far, but also based on the votes, which we'll discuss later, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I would like to see Kenny still in this game for a long time because I think he's going to be like a really badass competitor. But I
Hmm.
also think now that with this BBAI twist and they have to put up three people, like he's always going to be that third
Yeah,
person. He will
yeah,
always
he's gonna
be
be
that
that
third person.
pawn or whatever. Yeah,
And that's
that's
what like I don't want that. I want to see him win
yeah.
HOH and take down some of these people. Okay, but how do you feel about Tucker pitching to Chelsea to put MJ up to drain her from her power?
I'm honestly here for that because at the end of the day, MJ's power is just okay, America puts up a replacement nom, right? They're not deciding the vote. So even if they do put up a replacement nom and it's someone, they wouldn't want, you guys can still vote out the other person, especially when you have two targets, you know. But my question with the whole upgrade and that is like, okay, when does she say she wants to use it?
Yeah, I was confused because I thought it was gonna be during the veto. So
Yeah,
like if she was like a back door, I didn't think she could use it, but I guess she can use it.
yeah, I don't know.
It's
I'm
just
like,
really, I'm confused about it as
because it's
well.
apparently a live like vote, like a live nomination. Because she was saying like America puts them up live. So I'm like, how are they gonna do a live nomination? You're you're just gonna put out a survey like right then and there, like CBS,
Yeah.
or is it just the live studio audience who's gonna participate? Like, I don't know. So I'm a little confused with her power, but honestly, like she should have put up MJ because like we need the power gone, you
Yeah.
know?
But it's also like if you don't put her up, I know they don't know the timeline of the power. So these house guests are probably thinking like, oh, she's gonna have the power for like 8 weeks, like, but as we know, it's only 4 weeks.
Mhm.
So if you just don't put her up, the power is just not gonna be used. Like Quinn's
That's
power
true.
is way more,
But they could though. She could use it though. If she really wanted to, like if someone puts up Leah next week,
yeah.
then she could use it on Leah.
Mhm.
That would be dumb of her because like they could put your ass up next week.
Yeah, yeah.
But like she could, like technically, but I do agree with Chelsea's like conclusion with not putting her up because I think like having MJ on her side would be a good idea. Because MJ, like, we think she can compete pretty well. So I understand why Chelsea didn't put her up
Yeah.
because, like, as far as Chelsea knows, she's good with her. You
Yeah.
know, there were other targets she could have easily put up, which was Angela and Lisa.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like, why get more blood on your hands when you really don't
Yeah.
need? It's only week two. Like, you don't want to play too hard, too fast.
Yeah, and like realistically, her upgrade, it literally like she has power, but she doesn't have the power to put the replacement nom.
Yeah,
So like it's kind of like a half type of
yeah.
power.
Like, you just have the power to save somebody or yourself. Like, that's the
Yeah.
good thing. But the bad thing, if you're good with everybody in the house and America doesn't like that person's going up.
Yep. Hmm.
So, say if she gets put on the block and she takes herself down and America decides like, hey, we want Leah up there. Then there
Hmm.
goes your number one girl. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
It's
know. I
scary.
wouldn't want her power. I would rather have Quinn's power for
Yeah,
sure.
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see if any of these powers are even going to get used.
I hope it does, because I really want the America's Vote thing to be a thing, because I feel like it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see like what everyone else is thinking. Because
Hmm.
who would you vote for to put up?
I don't know. I mean,
It's hard. It's hard because we don't see what these house guests see. Like, we're not annoyed with everybody as
yeah.
it would be. And if Lisa and Angela is already on the block and then you use your powers, like say Mackenzie's number three, like who would that next person be?
Yeah. Especially because I feel like with the edit, we're kind of only seeing like the same like six, seven people. Like there's a ton of the house that we're not seeing a lot of. So it's really hard to tell. Like they never show Brooklyn.
Yeah.
They
No.
barely show Rubina.
or Leah.
Yeah, even Leah, she's very like,
Chemo. Like we don't see
like
a lot of them.
yeah, like we get a little bit of chemo at least. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who else you would put up in the house if
Yeah.
Angela and Lisa are already there. I mean, fuck, Kenny won the veto, so you can't put up Kenny.
Yeah, like
But
you
like
can't.
if I was HOH, I would just put up Kenny. Or
Yeah.
like well, I mean, America's veto. But yeah, I don't know. Quinn is being a little savage right
Yeah,
now.
and you know what? Maybe I would vote Quinn.
Yeah. Just
Maybe
because he's being so savage.
yeah.
Like and sneaky and the word of the freaking week or the phrase of the week, what was it, bro? Snake in the grass. Everyone was saying you're such a snake in the grass, snake in the grass. I'm like, oh my god, someone get a new damn phrase.
Yeah. Well, Angela did when she called Lisa a twit. And you know what? I
Oh my
I was
god.
dead and when I wasn't dead when Lisa was crying, but when Chelsea was like, "What's a twit?" Like she
Yeah.
didn't even know. I don't know what a
No,
twit is.
same,
So yeah.
same. I didn't know what a twit was.
So I was dead. She was like, what's a twit?" Like that
She's like,
was
hold up.
but that came out of the blue. Like Angela,
And her walking.
wanted to even when she wanted to grab who did she want to grab? Quinn. And Lisa was like smirking. She's like, Lisa, wipe that freaking smirk off your face.
Yeah,
She has
like
so much
chill.
animosity towards Lisa, or maybe
Yes.
everyone. Maybe she's like gonna be like that with everyone. We don't know yet. But Lisa was annoying everyone apparently in the house. But
Mhm.
Angela just totally was like bullying her. Like it was so mean
Yeah,
of her to
straight
call her a
up.
twit. Like I
Straight up.
felt so bad for Lisa and she was like crying hysterically. So it kind of made me think like, oh, did she get bullied, in her like adolescent life?
Yeah. I thought at first maybe she was playing up the tears a little bit
Mhm.
to because she's on the block.
Yeah.
So maybe she was trying to be like, oh, you gotta send home Angela home. But as far as Lisa thought, like Lisa was under the impression that Angela was 100% going home.
Hmm.
Like, and all of that. So like maybe it was really genuine, because I did feel bad for Lisa. Like that was really messed up.
But it's also like everybody who was around that atmosphere when that happened, like when
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
nobody said anything, nobody did anything, and it's like you don't need to know what went down, but if there's name calling, like you guys should be
Yeah.
like, okay, like Angela, like that's not cool, like you shouldn't say that, like you're being mean, like nobody called Angela out on her shit.
Yeah. I mean,
People
like,
like a
grad,
little bit saying like, oh, there's nicer ways to say that, but no, you need to like tell her like you're being an
yeah.
ass. Don't You're making an ass of yourself on freaking reality TV.
Yeah, like I'm sure they're scared of another blow up from her to like be on them, but still, like just as a person, like you should just be like, yo, like you shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like relax.
Yeah. And like even when the girls were comforting Lisa, like none of the girls went back to Angela and was like, that's not cool. Like you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like
Like
they
put
just
this
kind of
grown woman
swept it
in.
under the rug, like
Yeah.
as if it's okay for her to do. Like that's not okay. That is
Yeah.
like literally not okay.
Yeah, she's literally 50 years old saying these kinds of things. Like,
I mean, she
no.
did it to Matt. Now she's doing it
Mhm.
to Lisa. Who is it gonna be next week? Quinn? Is it gonna be Quinn next week?
Yeah, it might be because it seems like she's kind of starting to target him a little bit now, right? And trying to like expose him a little bit of the power because he was being so like, she was being like, oh, I think Quinn has it, like, and being a little obvious. So I think that might be her next target, to be honest. And like I want Angela to go, but like she is providing like good entertainment because let's be real, if Angela wasn't there, we wouldn't have any of
I
this, like
agree. I
any
agree.
of these good clips, like the episodes would be pretty boring.
Yeah. She's
But like,
bringing the drama, but she's
yeah, but
also being
but don't
very
be name
personal.
calling. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need a bully like that. I'm fine with, calling people out
Mhm.
and like because like, Matt was doing shit that was like sus. He should have been called out.
Yeah.
But don't be calling people a twit. Like, no,
Out
chill,
of
dude.
nowhere. Literally out of nowhere. Like, come on. No.
Yeah.
So Angela, Lisa, and Tucker are on the block. They go into the AI comp, which is another puzzle comp, and
Mhm.
Tucker kills that.
Literally blows
Leaves
him out of
these
the water.
people in the dust.
Literally, not even close. That was an easy puzzle though.
That was.
Like that would look like so easy.
I
But
mean, he was wearing his sunglasses and all. He was just like flying through that thing.
yeah, that was crazy. But good for Tucker.
Mhm.
Nice for him to have a win under his belt. But like, hey bro, they might see you as a threat. You never know now.
Yeah.
And now we have Angela and Lisa on the block. And Angela's speech, bro. I was dying. She just needs a chill pill or something. Like,
Mhm.
oh my God, thank you, CBS. I want to be here. Blah, blah. And like, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
she's on a whole nother level on every aspect for this game.
Mhm.
She's on a whole nother level. And so I was actually surprised that everyone except Kenny voted to evict Lisa. And I know
Yep.
those two were surprised too, Angela and Lisa, because when
Uh-huh.
Julie said it, Lisa's face was pissed off, and Angela was just like I'm still here, you know?
Yeah, it was a blind side from what Lisa said. I saw part of her interview and she said as far as she knew she was staying in the house.
And
So
I
that
thought she was staying too over Angela, but I mean, I don't know why if
hate
she's
her that
really
much.
that annoying, but
Yeah.
you got to look at it too. Angela won the first HOH. Lisa won a veto, but I mean, they're kind of equal in competitors.
Yeah. It's hard,
I was
but
I
I
was
was shook.
wild. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I was blindsided.
Yeah, and I just feel bad for Lisa.
Mhm.
Like they just don't like her, so it just sucks.
Just really tried
But
hard,
when
like
you piss
extra.
people off, I
Yeah.
guess that's what happens.
Like she must have
But
been really annoying for everyone to vote you out over Angela. Like
yeah,
you must have been so annoying. But
yeah,
it could just also be that Tucker got it in everyone's mind that she had the power, you know? So
yeah. He really wanted her out this week, like really bad
it'll be
after that.
sad when she like rewatches because then she'll see like the truth on how everyone felt about her, you know? That's the sad part because I know when she like walked out to see Julie, you know, she was very blindsided and I remember her mentioning like I was just being myself in there, you know? And
Mhm.
it's like that's sad to hear because everybody in that house thought you were annoying, you know?
Yeah,
So it's kind of sad.
yeah, it is. It's just like it like makes people want to not be themselves.
Yeah.
Like it's like it makes people who want to be on the show be like, okay, well maybe I can't be so extra, or whatever. And it's true, like honestly, like if you are gonna go on a show like this, you kind of do, I feel like need to learn to hold yourself back a little bit and realize, you can't always be 100% genuine. And this is Big Brother. It's literally built on lies and manipulation. You can still be a good, like yourself, but like, I guess just show the qualities that you want to show.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, Angela should have been out the door. Let's be
Yeah.
real with her
I agree.
fight.
I agree. But like you said, like it would be a boring season after that, you know?
Mhm.
She is bringing the drama, she's bringing the delusion, she's bringing it all,
She
and
is.
everyone doesn't know what's coming next with when
Yeah,
she's
we
around.
don't.
So I
We
like that. I like that because yeah, it would be boring. I mean,
Yeah, I'm here for the blow ups as long as they're not, as long as she's not making fun of someone,
yeah.
then I'm okay with it. I'm okay with some yelling, you
Yeah.
know.
Blowing up
Just,
people's game. Sure, let's do
yeah,
it.
do
But
it.
like, yeah, don't
Yeah,
be name calling. Like, you don't have to
yeah.
attack people's personal appearance or anything like that.
Mocking them. Like
Yeah.
when she was walking, when she's like, listen and observe, don't do anything. She sees Lisa walking by and she's like I was rolling. I was like, oh my God, she doesn't stop.
Yeah, she
Like
doesn't.
she's on camera 24/7. And part of it, I saw a couple things on Twitter is that she could be a plant because she's been on like three or four different shows on CBS. She's been on Price is Right. I mean, anyone could be on that. But like I think she has a couple connections in the business. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's doing it for the camera
For the cameras. Yeah.
stuff, but like, I'm here for it. And hopefully she is doing it for the camera, to be honest, because then if she isn't and she's being 100% genuine, then that means she's not the best person ever, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And so
yeah.
when Lisa was evicted, I mean, she was just shocked, Angela. Angela was just so shocked, crying, just like so thankful to be there. And she gave a little speech to the house guests. However, the only POV I saw was of Tucker, and his face was just unamused. He was
When she's
unamused.
like,
Did
I
you see
love,
that?
yeah, I think so. She's just so extra.
Yeah. And it's
Like,
funny because they're panning to everyone's face, and like you see Cedric, he's trying to look sincere,
mhm,
and they just pan to Tucker, and he's like this. Like
yeah.
he did not give a rip.
Yeah, and then I think she was telling like Rubina, she's like, she said something about like your face. She said something about your face. And then Julie is like, house gets, and then immediately Rubina's like, oh, Julie, yep, yeah, hi, Julie. And I'm like, she was saved by the bell. She was
Mhm.
saved by Julie Chen. Like, because I know Rubina was thinking in her head, like, oh Lord, Angela, stop talking to me right
Yeah.
now. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're going on about. But yeah, so I'm interested to see how this week will be.
Yeah.
I
Who do you
don't know.
think won HOH?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, just anyone could win. I'm expecting some type of physical,
Hmm.
you know? So if we're going off of physical comps, are we only doing one guess? Or should we do like
I
a
have like three. I have a top three
okay.
who I want to win. I don't know if these
Okay,
people
okay.
necessarily won, but this is who like I would want to win.
Okay, I'll just do guy and girl. For
Okay.
guys, I want Joseph to win. I don't know, but like I feel like he knows maybe not to win yet. He doesn't
Mhm.
want to show his cards. So maybe not Joseph. Maybe Cam.
Cam.
I don't know. He's like definitely a floater right now. So
Yeah.
I kind of want to see something from him.
Um,
And then for girls, I don't know. Who do you think for guy, bro? Or
I
who
I'm hoping it's Kenny. I honestly am hoping it's Kenny
that
because I think he'll shake things up, like
true. He will shake things up.
because if it's
I'd
not
be
Kenny,
down.
guess who's going on the block? It's gonna be Angela, Kenny, and then a pawn. Like
Mhm.
it's so boring. Let's shake it up,
Yeah.
Kenny. Like let's go after somebody else. I mean, he would probably put Angela on the block no matter what, but then you
But
don't
I
know
want to see who his other
other
two
two.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would really show his cards. So I'd definitely be here for that. That would be good.
Yeah.
I'd be down for
For
him
the
as
girls, I would like either Brooklyn or Rubina because
well.
I they need more screen time, you
They
know?
do. They do need more screen time. Brooklyn has like zero screen time. Rubina gets like very, very, very minimal. But like I know nothing about Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would be down for Rubina. I'll
Yeah.
say Rubina for mine.
Yeah.
Rubina
Let's root
or
for
Leah.
Rubina.
Yeah, I'm down for Rubina. But
Yeah.
I don't want Rubina to win at the same time because like I don't want people to try to come for her the next week. I want her to make it far.
Yeah.
So
And it doesn't seem like she's in much alliances either. Like we don't see
yeah,
that.
Rubina is not, yeah. So I don't know. I think she was in that one alliance. Was it like the barbershop? Was she part of that one? I don't know. But she was part of something, but I think it got like
That fake alliance, right?
uh,
That was supposed to save Matt.
yeah.
Yeah, there's way too much alliances going on. I want to see things shaken up. I want to see like competitors actually on the block. Like I would hate to see Chelsea on the block, but it would make a good game? Like
Mhm.
I like Chelsea, but maybe Chelsea and Cedric should go on the block
Yeah.
or Cam and Cedric. Like let's put
Let's
someone
have all men on the
a
block.
comp beast. Yeah. Like I don't want to see the same
Put
people
up
that I would want.
threats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a threat. I want threats on the block. And no pawns. I want all three a threat, you
I
know?
think, well, maybe if Angela was to win, she would definitely put up Quinn.
Yeah, 100%.
She would still
I
put up
kind of want
Kenny.
Angela to win
Yeah.
low key.
Are we ready for
Like
Angela
low
now?
key. Like on the low key. Because I
Yeah,
know
she
she's
would
gonna
shake
start
things up because
something.
she don't give a rip. She does not care. Like, yeah, it would actually be nice for her to, and maybe she would put Chelsea on the block. because Chelsea put her
Yeah,
up.
Chelsea put her up. Yeah, so she might. We'll see. I don't know. I think anything could happen this week, but I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited for Sunday.
Hmm.
Sunday's gonna be a good day, fam. I got side note, I got House of Dragon finale on Sunday as well. So if y'all watch House of Dragon, comment down below. But yeah, so yeah, that was a good discussion, bro. I felt like we went pretty deep this week. A lot happened. Yeah, I'm excited for next week, bro.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see who's gonna win, who the noms are, and who's gonna be going home.